Hey everybody, I've just got in from going out for a meal with the family. Had a carvery. It was awesome. I'm stuffed now though. But I've come back to an absolute shit show on Twitter. People losing their minds because Boris Johnson's thrown his hat into the leadership. Sorry about that. Into the leadership race again. And I just can't believe the stupidity of some of the comments that I'm seeing. So I'll read you one I've seen on Twitter, and it's just amazing. While I think about it, watch out for a video tomorrow, a very interesting video tomorrow coming up. I found out that there's actually a migrant hotel in my hometown, and I'm going to go and do a video about that tomorrow. So watch out for that one. That is probably going to be a very interesting video, but I digress. We'll get back to this. The absolute morons on here tonight cheerleading for Boris Johnson. So I'm going to read you a few of the tweets that I've put out because I've been losing my fucking mind, to be honest, tonight with people over cheerleading for Boris. They've got very, very short memories. So this was the first one. This is the one that kind of tipped me over the edge and made me want to make a video tonight. So this is from a guy called Toby Young. So he's put this in a tweet. Even if you dislike Boris Johnson because of his support for lockdowns, vaccine passports and net zero, he would be a better Prime Minister than Keir Starmer, and Labour will be more likely to win the next election if Tories choose Rishi Sunak. Now, can you see anything wrong with that tweet whatsoever? And I highlight the issues that are wrong with that tweet in my retweet. So I say this. So I quote him, and then I say this. For fuck's sake, these are all the things Labour support too, you fucking idiots. The only difference is time. Labour will wreck the country faster, Boris will do it at a slower rate. Because Labour also believe in net zero. They also believed in lockdowns. They also believed in vaccine passports. There is no difference between Keir Starmer and Boris Johnson. The only real difference between these people is how long it will take them to wreck the country. Labour will do it at a faster rate. Boris Johnson, with his bumbling and his fucking idiocy, will do it at a slower rate. Maybe he'll even do it at a faster rate now. Who knows? Who knows who is pulling his strings at this point in time? We just don't know. Because Boris Johnson has huge connections to the World Economic Forum. He's a globalist stooge and is in no way a saviour of this country. People liken him to Churchill. He's no Churchill. He's a Chamberlain. It's as simple as that. Anyway, we'll check out another tweet because I list his stupidity in a lengthy tweet because go and watch. I'll leave a link to it in the bar. Katie Hopkins kind of highlighted this as well. She more or less said, this is just a clown show, a circus that's going on at the minute. And we've got the mainstream media, GB News, all the other news mainstream outlets, clapping and cheering on the clowns in the circus, while ordinary, everyday, average people like you and me suffer the consequences of our lack of leadership, our lack of government, and the incompetence of our political class. And these idiots are just cheering on like it's some kind of game. It's not a game for people like you and me who watch this farce going on. It's not a game for us people. This affects our lives. And, we thought we solved this a few weeks back when we had the leadership contest. And now we've got another one. There should just be a general election and just get it out of the way and let's get these fucking idiots out of power. That's how I feel about it anyway, at this present moment in time. Anyway, we'll take a look. Right, so I said this. To all the cheerleaders of Boris Johnson, he increased your energy bills. He bodged Brexit. He did. He bodged Brexit. He did absolutely nothing. He gave us Brino regarding Brexit. He backed down, did a U-turn at every single pushback the EU forced on him. He did nothing with Brexit. People herald him up as, oh, he delivered Brexit. No, he delivered Brino Brexit. He fucked up Northern Ireland with a border and wouldn't stand up to the EU and, deal with them over that. He didn't do that. So he bodged Brexit. He locked down businesses and ruined businesses, wrecked people's lives, caused thousands of people to commit suicide because they thought they couldn't cope with life being locked up for nearly 2 years, because we're not people who like to be cooped up in our homes. We are sociable animals, and if you lock us up, we start to behave like zoo animals. We feel like we can't live anymore, especially those that are depressive and feel there's no way out. They just kill themselves. So he's got that blood on his hands too, regarding lockdowns and all the insane restrictions that this nutter brought in, which is now a knock-on effect. We have a cost of lockdown crisis that this idiot instigated by printing money out of control. So that's on him too. He did nothing about illegal immigration, nothing whatsoever. And from the looks of it, from what Suella Braverman was saying in her resignation letter, this was going on from the time of Priti Patel and Boris Johnson anyway. That there was no intentions of stopping illegal immigration. So that's on him too. He brought us close to nuclear war, which he did, by intervening in the Ukrainian-Russian conflict. He pushed us into a conflict we shouldn't have been involved in at all. And allegedly, this is why he flew to Ukraine twice. He flew to Ukraine twice to throw a spanner in the works of a peace deal that was being worked out between Russia, Ukraine, and Turkey. And as a result, instead of going for peace, this man has brought us to the brink of nuclear war. And finally, did nothing with an 80-seat majority. Tell me, just list the things that Boris Johnson has actually done with his 80-seat majority. What's he actually done for this country that's of any benefit to us whatsoever? Because I can't think of anything. I really can't. And I don't know why people go so gooey-eyed and are cheerleading this guy. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I voted for Boris Johnson and he delivered nothing. Zero. Zilch. The only thing he gave us was an absolute mess. Oh, and something else I should have added to that list as well was the energy bills, was the green taxes on your bills. He gave you that too. That's something he did with his 80-seat majority. He became woke as hell and basically ruined you all, and is now forcing you into energy poverty just because his girlfriend fancied some woke green agenda bollocks. So yeah, that's who these people are cheerleading. And Jesus Christ, the Tory party is a dead party walking. It just doesn't know it yet. Boris Johnson thinks he can come back and win a general election. I doubt that's going to happen. That's not going to happen. Boris Johnson is not going to become Prime Minister. I'm sorry, he just isn't. The globalists have already decided who is going to be Prime Minister of this country, and that is Rishi Sunak. It was supposed to be Rishi Sunak, but they didn't expect Liz Truss to win. That's the part and parcel of this. They didn't expect her to win. That's why they ousted her. They got rid of her, just like they did Boris Johnson. So yeah, this is Vindicator, sign off.